Hello, my name is Mari Iijima. I'm a singer-songwriter based in Los Angeles, California. Um, I will talk to you about my Coyote history, no, Coyote story. First of all, we Japanese people, I'm a Japanese woman, Japanese people call Coyote. So to me, Coyote sounds more familiar. I don't understand why it's Coyote. Pronunciation wise, it looks like coyote, you know. But anyway, I've heard of coyotes, and maybe once or twice I encounter with them while I was walking my dog. Some people told me, "Be careful, we just saw some coyotes, so maybe you shouldn't go to that side, or, be careful, be careful." So I was curious about them, but, when I saw them, I think it was just one coyote on the street. My impression was he or she was very skinny, and he or she didn't look like a very powerful being, just skinny guy, and searching something, maybe searching some food or love. I don't know. And then after 2 years of COVID pandemic, so my work was all kind of stopped, and this summer, just past summer, I finally got to perform in Tokyo. And while I was getting ready for my trip, because I love my backyard, and so many birds come to see me daily. So I was just worried that some birds were going to miss me, and maybe they were going to miss the food that I give them just a tiny bit every morning. So I actually put out some bird feeder, like, I didn't know how it would work, but as soon as I put it up in the backyard, just so many birds came. And I think that coyotes were in my backyard from time to time without me knowing that, because one day, I think during the spring, I found some like a yucky looking poop. And I thought maybe it was my dog Yuki's, and it looked so funky. I called my vet, like, "Oh my God, I just saw some poop that looked so sick." And they thought it was not my baby's. It was something else poop. And when I think about it, I think that was a coyote poop. But anyway, after the bird feeder, immediately the next day, August 6, 2021, I saw one coyote. Actually, I encountered with him. In the morning, I had no idea there was one, so I opened the back door, and my dog ran out, and there was a brown creature, looks like a big dog, on the hill in my backyard. So, oh my God, and I immediately knew it was a coyote. So I screamed and got my dog and went inside. And during that time, I realized that maybe bird feeder was one reason that the coyote, it attracted coyotes. So I, removed that bird feeder, although the birds loved it, because, so many bird seeds were on the ground too, like on the grass. So I removed it. But that particular coyote just stayed in my backyard and just hanging out and lounging under the tree. And I was just so scared and surprised, and I was like filming him with my iPhone from the window. But my house is pretty old, so my window wasn't very clear, so I couldn't film him so clearly. So the next day, that coyote was there still, and I went from the patio and used the actual video camera and started to tape them. And I think that day or the next day, there were two coyotes, and I think they were a couple, like maybe husband and wife. And then I researched that coyotes never cheat on their spouses, and I was just so impressed, like coyotes behave better than human beings. So my love for coyotes started to grow, and of course, they are amazing looking animals, and just they are so fabulous. I mean, I didn't want them to be there because I needed to protect my dog. My dog is my number one, my best friend and my life partner. So I didn't want them to attack my dog. But if they don't attack dogs or cats, I didn't mind that coyotes were in my backyard because I don't know, it felt like that was happening for some reason. Like a very, I felt like I experienced something really godlike, like some sacred thing. And especially one coyote was so my type. He had a handsome face and with a cute vibe. So I kind of fell in love with that particular coyote. And one morning I saw 5 or 6 coyotes in my yard, like 5 a.m., and they were just ready to have a party. And I think one guy had a toy actually. I was so surprised. Coyotes play with some dog toys, and who gave that to coyotes? And then I started to research more and more online, and there was a rescued pet coyote named Dakota at the place called Save a Fox, and my heart melted, when I saw Dakota coyote. So I still love coyotes, but I, didn't wanna them to harm my baby. So I had to take care of my fences, the fences between my house and the house next door on the hill. And I asked my gardeners to help me, but they didn't do a great job. So the coyotes kept coming back, and then I had to leave to Tokyo. And my gardener told me while I was gone, right before I came back here, they were still having a party. I don't know if that was a true or made up story. But after I came back from my Japan tour, I had to fix the fence by myself. I bought some small like fences, like you can just dig them into the ground. So even though coyotes dig and try to get in, they can't. They couldn't. So I haven't seen any coyotes in my yard since I fixed my fence by myself. But deep in my heart, I feel like I miss them so much because they were so sacred. And if I see them like over the fence or while, walking with my dog, I want to say hi to them because I deeply love them in my heart. I hope this is an interesting story for you guys. Thank you so much for listening. This is Mari Iijima. Today's date is December 7th, 2021. Thank you. Hello. after I finished recording this, I wanted to add one more thing that I felt some deep connection towards coyotes, especially one of them who kept on coming back. This is the wonder of nature, I think. Without us really realizing it, we are all connected. Because it's getting really, really cold, I hope my friend coyotes are doing okay out there. I really often think about them, so I hope my story about coyotes is helpful for you. I had fun talking about them. Thank you so much and peace. Bye bye. This is Mari Iijima.